Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a truly unique piece of automotive curiosity, a car that blends vintage charm with a splash of modern flair. It's the 2025 revisit of the 2010 Citroën 2CV. Now, for those who don't know, the original 2CV was produced from 1948 to 1990, and in its time, it was designed to be an affordable, rugged vehicle for rural France. The 2010 revival attempted to modernize the spirit of the original without losing its quirky DNA, and now in 2025, it's become sort of a niche classic. So today, we're reviewing this retro mod marvel and checking if it still has a place in the modern world. Let's start with the styling because, honestly, that's what draws people in first. From the front, the 2CV keeps that iconic curved bonnet with the exposed wheel arches that made it instantly recognizable. The headlights are housed in slightly domed casings, with a nod to the vintage look, but they've been updated with LED projectors for better night visibility. The signature Citroën chevron badge is centered between the grille slats, which are now finished in brushed aluminum. It's retro, but with just enough polish to feel intentional. Moving to the side, you get the classic sloped roofline that peaks above the windshield and gently curves down to the rear, wrapped in soft, detachable canvas for that convertible feel. The body panels still carry the ribbed metal design, a clever engineering solution back in the day for strength without weight, and now, it's a nostalgic aesthetic choice. The wheel arches are exposed, and the wheels themselves sit on thin tires that look almost comically narrow by today's standards, but they're period accurate and part of the charm. Some models have been fitted with aluminum hubcaps or modern steel rims to blend retro and contemporary looks. Around back, it's just as distinctive. You've got minimalistic tail lights, a small chrome bumper, and a rear hatch that opens outward. No fancy spoiler or hidden sensors, just simplicity, function, and charm. There's a single exhaust pipe peeking out from the bottom, and if you're looking closely, you'll notice the small badges indicating the engine spec. This particular version sports the 0.7-liter twin-cylinder engine with FE upgrades introduced in the last major factory refresh. Inside, the simplicity continues but with a few comforts added for modern usability. The seats retain their hammock-style webbing construction but are now fitted with memory foam padding and vegan leather upholstery. The dashboard is basic but functional, with exposed metal elements, a large single-dial speedometer in the center, and an optional digital info screen that subtly fits into the glovebox area. The steering wheel is thin and upright, with a minimalist design and no buttons, just pure steering. You won't find ambient lighting or touchscreens here, but you do get Bluetooth connectivity, basic air conditioning, and USB ports cleverly tucked behind the retro paneling. The visibility is excellent, thanks to large, flat glass panels, and the driving position gives you an elevated, almost whimsical view of the road. In terms of performance, don't expect speed, but that was never the point. This version of the 2010 2CV carries forward the 0.7-liter two-cylinder air-cooled engine producing around 38 horsepower. It's mated to a 4-speed manual gearbox, and while it won't win any races, it delivers an experience that's engaging and truly analog. The lightweight chassis, just over 600 kilograms, means you still get sprightly city handling, and at lower speeds, it's actually quite fun to drive. The suspension setup is something of a legend, linked front and rear suspension with incredibly soft damping that makes the car lean dramatically in corners. But also soak up potholes like nothing else in its class. Fuel economy sits around 55 miles per gallon, and with such a small tank, it's incredibly cheap to fill up, especially if you're just driving around town. Now, as for price, well, things get interesting. Back in 2010, you could pick up one of these for about €14,000 new, depending on the trim. Fast forward to 2025, and because of their cult status and limited production numbers, prices have held up surprisingly well. A well-kept example like the one we're reviewing today can go for anywhere between €12,000 and €20,000 depending on condition, mileage, and any custom modifications. Some electrified conversions are now floating around for upwards of €25,000. It's not a budget buy anymore, but it's still one of the most unique vehicles you can own without spending luxury money. So, would I recommend it? Honestly, that depends on what you're looking for. If you want a reliable, daily commuter with every modern convenience, probably not. But if you want something that turns heads, starts conversations, and gives you a pure, tactile driving experience that's hard to find in today's tech-filled world, the 2010 Citroën 2CV in its 2025 form is an absolute joy. It's a time machine with a splash of modern usability, and for a certain type of driver, that's more than enough. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this quirky review, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth looks at rare and retro vehicles. Let us know in the comments, have you ever driven a 2CV, or would you want to own one of these retro remakes? Catch you in the next one.